Have you ever wondered what makes up the very essence of your existence, the cells in your body? You might be surprised to learn that the answer is quite elementary. As we delve into the microscopic world of a living cell, we find a fascinating array of elements working in harmony. These elements, though small in number, play an enormous role in the grand scheme of life. Among them, 4 stand out as the most abundant: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. These 4 elements alone make up about 96% of a cell's weight. Each of them brings unique properties to the table, enabling the formation of complex structures and processes that drive life as we know it. So, as we embark on this journey, we invite you to join us. Let's explore the elemental composition of a living cell and the crucial roles of these 4 elements. Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery of life's building blocks. At the heart of every living cell lie 4 key elements: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Let's dive into the wonderful world of carbon first. If a cell were a city, carbon would be the infrastructure, the buildings, and the roads. It's the main element in the biological molecules that make up the structure of cells. Carbon's ability to bond with up to 4 other atoms makes it incredibly versatile, and it forms the backbone of molecules like carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleic acids. Next up, we have hydrogen. This element is like the city's utility company, providing the energy cells need to function. It's found in all biomolecules and plays a huge role in the release of energy during cellular respiration. It's also a key player in maintaining the pH balance within cells. Now let's talk about oxygen. This is the lifeblood of the cell, fueling the metabolic processes that keep cells alive and kicking. Oxygen is essential in the process of cellular respiration, where it helps to release energy stored in glucose. It's also a critical component of water, which makes up around 70% of a cell's content. Last but certainly not least, we have nitrogen. Think of nitrogen as the city's population, the people who live and work in the buildings carbon built. Nitrogen is an essential part of proteins and nucleic acids, the molecules that carry the genetic code for life. It's nitrogen that helps to create the diverse range of life forms we see on our planet. These 4 elements, though simple on their own, come together in complex ways to form the basis of life as we know it. Carbon provides the framework, hydrogen the energy, oxygen the fuel, and nitrogen the diversity. Together they form a quartet of life-giving elements that play an essential role in the symphony of life. So, the next time you take a breath, remember that you're breathing in more than just air. You're breathing in the elements that make life possible. The dance of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen results in the formation of biomolecules. These elements, akin to the notes of a grand symphony, come together in various combinations to create the biomolecules that are the building blocks of life. Let's start with carbohydrates, the body's primary source of energy. Composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, carbohydrates are the result of photosynthesis in plants. They provide fuel for our bodies and play a crucial role in the proper functioning of our internal organs and nervous system. Next, we have lipids, or fats. Mostly comprised of carbon and hydrogen, lipids are vital for energy storage, insulation, and making up cell membranes. They're also essential in the production of hormones and vitamins. Then there are proteins, the workhorses of the cell. Constructed primarily from carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, proteins are responsible for nearly every task in the cell. They build and repair tissues, deliver oxygen throughout the body, fight diseases, and catalyze biochemical reactions. They're the stuff of enzymes, antibodies, and countless other vital components of living organisms. Lastly, we have nucleic acids, the blueprints of life. These are long chains of nucleotides which are themselves composed of a sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. DNA, the most famous nucleic acid, carries the genetic instructions for the development, functioning, and reproduction of all known organisms. Every biomolecule has a unique structure and role in the cell. Carbohydrates provide energy, lipids store energy and form cell membranes, proteins perform a myriad of tasks, and nucleic acids hold the instructions for life. Each biomolecule is a masterpiece, a perfect composition of elements working together. Imagine then, the cell as an orchestra, where each biomolecule is an instrument, each playing its unique part in the symphony of life. The lead violin could be the proteins, the cellos, the lipids, the flutes, the carbohydrates, and the grand piano, the nucleic acids. These molecules, each with their unique roles, work in harmony to keep the cell, and by extension life, functioning. Beyond the big 4, smaller elements like sulfur and phosphorus play vital roles too. Let's dive right into it. Sulfur, though lesser known, is an essential component of many proteins, helping to shape their structure and function. When found in proteins, sulfur forms strong disulfide bonds that maintain the integrity of these vital biomolecules. Moving on, we have phosphorus, an element that punches above its weight in the biochemical world. It forms the backbone of our DNA, the blueprint of life. Phosphorus, in the form of phosphate, is also a key player in ATP or adenosine triphosphate, which is the primary energy currency of the cell. In essence, sulfur gives proteins their strength and resilience, while phosphorus fuels life's processes and stores our genetic information. So, even though they may not get the same limelight as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, make no mistake, even in their smaller quantities, sulfur and phosphorus are indispensable to life. So, what have we learned about the elemental composition of a living cell? Well, we've delved into the world of life's elemental building blocks, where carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen reign supreme. These essential elements come together in a harmonious dance to form the biomolecules that are fundamental to life. From the carbohydrates that provide our cells with energy, to the lipids that form the protective barriers around our cells, these elements are the unsung heroes of life. Proteins, the workhorses of the cell, and nucleic acids, the keepers of our genetic blueprint, are also products of this elemental quartet. But let's not forget the smaller players in this grand performance. Sulfur and phosphorus, though present in lesser quantities, are instrumental in the formation of some proteins, and in the structure of DNA respectively. In the grand scheme of life, each element, no matter how small, plays its part in the